Let's talk about our minds. It's a vast landscape within us, often unexplored and brimming with potential. Not just the part that remembers birthdays, appointments, and the daily to-dos, but the whole messy, beautiful thing. The intricate network of thoughts, feelings, and experiences that make us who we are. Carl Jung, a Swiss psychiatrist, a pioneer in the field of depth psychology, saw the mind as a vast, unexplored territory, a continent waiting to be mapped. He believed there were hidden depths within each of us. He believed true courage meant venturing into our own inner world, facing our fears, and understanding our motivations. Jung gave us a language for the feelings we can't always name, the subtle nuances of our emotional landscape. He wasn't about quick fixes. He was about deep, meaningful soul work, a journey of self-discovery that takes time and dedication. Our psyche, he said, is a dynamic system shaped by stories, symbols, and hidden parts, a complex interplay of conscious and unconscious elements, what he called the shadow, the part of ourselves we often try to hide or deny. You can't run from your shadow. It's always there, lurking beneath the surface. The only way to live fully is to face it, to integrate it into our conscious awareness. Jung introduced the idea of the collective unconscious, a revolutionary concept that changed the way we understand the human mind. A shared well of human experience and myth, a reservoir of archetypes and universal patterns. That's why stories of heroes and monsters resonate across cultures, transcending geographical boundaries and historical periods. They tap into something universal, a shared understanding of the human condition. Our struggles connect us to these larger patterns. We are all part of a greater tapestry. You're never alone in your fear or pain. Others have walked this path before you, and others will walk it after you. In a world obsessed with perfection, where we are constantly bombarded with images of unattainable ideals, Jung's work calls us to be authentic and embrace our complexity, to accept ourselves with all our flaws and imperfections. He gave us permission to be imperfectly, beautifully human, to celebrate our unique individuality. He offered tools to navigate our inner world with courage, to explore the depths of our psyche with curiosity and compassion. That's where the real work of a brave life begins, in the journey of self-discovery and personal growth. And it starts with turning inward, with taking the time to listen to the whispers of our own soul. What does nothing and nobody will ever hurt you again really mean? It's a bold statement, a powerful promise. But what does it truly entail to live a life where hurt doesn't dictate your actions or define your being? Let's unpack this idea, peel back the layers of expectation, and explore the profound shift in perspective it invites. It's not about being invincible or numb. It's not about building walls so high that nothing can touch you. That's not strength. That's isolation. True strength lies in vulnerability, in allowing yourself to feel, to experience the full spectrum of human emotion without being shattered by it. It's about taking off the armor we wear to protect ourselves from the world, the layers of defense we've built up over time. These layers might have served us once, but now they often hold us back, preventing us from connecting authentically with ourselves and others. And realizing your safety comes from within. It's about cultivating an inner sense of security, a deep knowing that you are capable of handling whatever life throws your way. This inner safety isn't about avoiding pain, it's about trusting your ability to navigate it. The real shift is changing your relationship with pain. Instead of fearing it, resisting it, or trying to avoid it at all costs, you learn to approach it with curiosity and compassion. You see it as a teacher, a guide, a catalyst for growth. You can't control what happens, the storms that rage around you, the unexpected challenges that life presents. But you can control your response and the story you tell yourself. You have the power to choose how you interpret events, to reframe your experiences, and to create a narrative that empowers you rather than diminishes you. The deepest hurt comes from the meaning we attach to events, the stories we create around them, not the events themselves. A neutral event, stripped of our interpretations, holds no inherent power to harm us. It's the meaning we layer on top that creates the pain. This promise is about writing a new, truer story, one that reflects your inherent worth and resilience. One where your worth is never in question. A story where you are the hero, not the victim, and where every challenge is an opportunity for growth and transformation. Imagine your sense of self as a house, the place where you reside, where you find comfort and safety. Most of us build it by the highway, exposed to the constant noise and chaos of the outside world, letting every passing opinion shake us, every criticism rattle our foundation. Jung's way is moving your house to solid ground, to a place of inner peace and stability. The traffic is still there, the opinions and criticisms will still come, but it can't rattle you. Because your foundation is strong, your sense of self is secure. The arrows will still fly, challenges and difficulties will inevitably arise, but they won't hit as deeply. They might sting, but they won't shatter you. It's about building an inner core so solid, a sense of self so unwavering, that outside events lose their power to define you. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. You become the author of your experience, the master of your own narrative, not a victim of circumstance. You are empowered to choose your response, to shape your reality. When pain comes, as it inevitably will, you have the tools to meet it and learn from it. You are equipped with the inner resources to navigate the challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. That's emotional resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, to adapt to change, and to thrive in the face of challenges. That's freedom. Freedom from the tyranny of your past, freedom from the fear of the future, and freedom to live fully in the present moment. And it's possible for all of us. This journey towards inner peace and resilience is not exclusive. It's a path available to anyone willing to embark on it. I once had to give a big talk, a presentation that felt like it could define my career. The stakes felt incredibly high, and the fear was overwhelming, a tidal wave threatening to pull me under. It was more than just nerves, it was a deep-seated dread. My mind whispered, those insidious little voices that plant seeds of doubt. You're a fraud. Everyone will see through you. They'll realize you don't belong here, that you're not good enough. The fear was physical. It wasn't just in my head. A knot in my stomach, twisting and tightening with each passing minute. A weight on my chest, making it hard to breathe, like an elephant was sitting there. I tried to armor up, to protect myself from the perceived judgment. Rehearsing endlessly, memorizing every word, trying to hide my vulnerability, to appear perfect and in control. But the more I tried to control it, the bigger the fear grew, like a monster fed by my own anxiety. The armor didn't protect me, it was a false sense of security. It just cut me off from my courage, isolating me in a prison of my own making. Emotional pain convinces us to hide, to make ourselves small, to disappear rather than risk being seen. My fear wasn't just about public speaking. It was something much deeper. It was about being truly seen, flaws and all, and still being accepted. The story in my head said, if they see the real me, the imperfect me, they'll reject me, abandon me, leave me all alone. That's a story many of us know by heart, a narrative of unworthiness that plays on repeat. But I realized I had a choice, a pivotal moment of decision. Let fear run my life, dictating my choices and limiting my potential, or get curious about it, to understand its roots and dismantle its power. I started asking, what are you really afraid of? Where did you come from? What purpose are you serving? The work isn't pretending fear isn't there. That's denial. It's turning toward it, acknowledging its presence, and understanding its message. It's stepping into the arena, imperfections and all, vulnerabilities exposed, heart open, and showing up anyway, choosing courage over comfort, authenticity over pretense. The story of I'm not enough is just that, a story, a limiting belief that we can choose to rewrite. And I have the power to write a different ending, a narrative of self-acceptance, resilience, and unwavering worth. So do you. You have the power to choose a different path, to embrace your authentic self, and to live a life free from the shackles of fear. How do we start to heal? Jung offers a map, individuation, the journey to become who you truly are. It's about shedding masks and discovering your authentic self. Your mind has layers, the ego, your conscious self, the personal unconscious, memories and feelings you've pushed down, and the collective unconscious, shared human patterns. The shadow lives in the personal unconscious, the parts you don't want to admit. Deeper still is the collective unconscious, filled with archetypes like the hero, the mother, the trickster. When we're stuck in patterns, Jung says we're in the grip of an archetype. Understanding these patterns lets us choose a different role. Healing is about creating a dialogue between all these parts. It's not about judging or erasing them, but understanding and integrating them. Pay attention to your dreams, your symbols, your emotional reactions. Get curious about your inner world. This is the slow, deliberate work of turning inward. It's the journey of a lifetime, and it's worth every step. Let's get real about the shadow, the parts of ourselves we've disowned. The more we chase perfection, the bigger our shadow grows. We spend energy hiding these parts, even from ourselves. Often, what irritates us in others is a mirror of our own shadow. Embracing the shadow isn't about indulging our worst impulses. It's about curiosity and compassion. Ask your shadow, what are you trying to protect me from? When we listen, we find wisdom and energy we've cut off. This is the definition of courage, being vulnerable with ourselves. The alternative is living in hiding, afraid of being found out. Owning your shadow is the path to wholeness. When you make peace with your imperfections, others' judgments lose their sting. You're no longer afraid of the darkness. You've learned it holds your greatest light. That's true freedom. After acknowledging the shadow, the next step is conversation. Jung called this active imagination, engaging with your inner world. You don't need to be a mystic, just be willing to listen. Journaling is a simple way to start. Write to your emotions, ask what they need. Your feelings are messengers, not enemies. Dreams are another tool. Write them down, notice patterns. They reveal what's happening inside. This inner dialogue is a practice of self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, especially the parts you judge harshly. Move from self-criticism to self-curiosity. When you make a mistake, ask, what can I learn from this? This transforms your inner world from a battlefield to a council room. That's how you build trust and resilience. Facing the shadow and listening within is a kind of alchemy, turning lead into gold. The lead is our pain and fear. The gold is our integrated whole self. Integration means bringing all parts of yourself onto the field. Your anger becomes fuel for boundaries. Your fear becomes wisdom. Your sadness becomes empathy. You become powerful by using all of you. This builds a strong, flexible ego, a self that can handle ambiguity and strong emotion. It's not about being rigid, but resilient. You can bend without breaking because you understand your own complexity. This is how you forge a self that's truly your own, not defined by others, but by your own inner work. It's a quiet confidence born from walking through your own darkness. You trust yourself. You've turned your lead into gold. That treasure is yours forever, and no one can take it away. So, what about that big promise? Now we see, the shield isn't something you put on, it's who you become. When you know your whole self, others' words lose their power to define you. Criticism becomes just information, not a verdict on your worth. If you've embraced your sensitivity, for example, no one can use it against you. When you own your story, you write the ending. Self-knowledge protects you from future hurt by sharpening your intuition. You spot red flags and avoid old destructive patterns. You see the game and choose not to play. Your sense of safety is inside you, not in jobs or relationships. Those things can change, but your inner wholeness is permanent. When storms come, you have a solid shelter within. You can feel pain, but it doesn't wash you away, because you are home. So what's the takeaway? The bravest thing we can do is turn inward. Courage is knowing ourselves, choosing authenticity over approval. This path isn't easy, but it's worth it. It means showing up for ourselves even when it's hard. The reward is a life of depth, meaning, and connection. When we become whole, we show up better for others. We stop projecting our shadows and become more compassionate. Healing ourselves helps heal the world. The revolution starts inside each of us. You hold the key to a life of peace and strength. You don't have to be perfect to start, just willing. The promise isn't a life without pain, but a life where you're strong enough to meet it, because you have come home to yourself.